Hello and welcome to today's content, which is pretty much going to be an update video on what's been happening so far with me, and like basically being an update about what will be going forward and like how I guess I've been doing and any future plans, etc., all that stuff. So I hope you're ready to watch. First off, I gotta apologize to everyone who have enjoyed my videos, especially like Wodav or maybe even like sort of Convaleria, all that stuff when I had like a weekly slash bi-weekly like basis of videos, and I was pretty consistent on it. I remember people have said that, oh, like, you know, love turning this on and watching it like during breakfast or getting a coffee every time. And while I'm sorry to say that, you know, for those people who had a comfort watching it and I like stopped the videos kind of abruptly, like I have to say I'm sorry for that. I will say though, with this update video, I won't be returning to full activity like consistent releases, etc., all that, but there will be videos kind of churning out slowly over time whenever I have time, because obviously I have IRL things, you know, working that 9 to 5, trying to change jobs, study up, you know, kind of raise the career at the same time while making these videos for fun, you know, maybe for my own enjoyment, but also maybe for other people to also enjoy, kind of like maybe just enjoy listening to it or not. Yeah, but that is what I do have to say. I have to say sorry to the viewers and the subscribers that were watching previously and it was abruptly interrupted. And I just have to say, I don't know if those people, the viewers and subscribers, are still going to be here watching or not, but all I have to say is thank you all to the previous viewers and subscribers that still watch or are willing to watch, because it definitely made making videos a lot more, I guess, motivational, because it's very hard to like set up everything, you know, edit, video record, all that. It's like, I really need to do this, but like I really don't want to at the same time, getting lazy. But it's like when there's, I guess, people you're doing it for, or like viewers, it definitely helps. And it's like, I shouldn't only do this just for myself, you know. It's like gotta take into consideration some others as well. So I mean, I do have to say I definitely appreciate everyone who has like watched previously or are willing to watch going forward or not. And even if you unsubscribe or don't watch anymore, that's fine too. It's just, you know, previous things that happened, I have to say thank you to that, because I didn't have an official like goodbye video to like thank everyone for their time. Now that we got that out of the way, you know, still thank you to all the previous and current viewers. What I wanted to also update for this video is going to be officially kind of rebranding and changing what my videos and channel is going to be. As previous like subscribers and viewers have known me for, is like I made some random Monster Hunter videos. There's sort of Convaleria, and then there's also a lot of War of Division unit reviews, because not only was that consistent, it was like doable as even a free to play. And it's like it offered me a chance to kind of like let people know how I think like about like units in that gacha game, etc. And while I'm not gonna be following the exact same steps, I really enjoy playing games, and I think I enjoy reviewing things in general, just because that's just how my personality is and how I think about things. And I really like admire like other content creators that kind of like are able to kind of express themselves in their own way, kind of like Jaden Animations or like even like Donkey. Like they like to doing what they do and they kind of put it in the videos and express it. So that's kind of what I want to do going forward, is that I kind of want to just play a lot of games that I have an interest in and review them. But like there's a lot of ways to review games, so it's like I'm making my own grading system, you know, my own reviews type of system, and it's like I'm trying to balance it so that this review that I'm trying to make is acceptable enough that people can understand why, even if they don't agree, or if they do agree, they can also appreciate or see that there are also bad parts of the game, because it's not perfect. Vice versa, obviously, like sometimes a game can be almost perfect, but then there's like small like bad niches, etc. And now you're probably thinking, okay, but there's a lot of people who like review games, etc., and all that. How am I gonna be different than them? And like, I'll be honest, I don't think I'll be too different from them. But what I'll try to say, or at least just say on, you know, what I will try to do, is what I'm gonna offer is trying to like invest at least 20, maybe 30, 40 plus hours into the game to fully understand it. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna try to be nice or like fence sitting, but I'm also not gonna purposely try to be mean and like berate a game just because I don't like it. It's like I'll be trying to be focused on the entire game, on what it offers, look at the positives and the negatives, look at comparisons that are kind of fairly related. Like, we'll have to see. And obviously I can't be 100% objective because everyone has a bias. Even if you say you don't have a bias, everyone has a bias. And especially if I'm like a fan of a game, like it's gonna be very obvious if I am. But like, as I say, I'll try to stay objective, and I'll even probably offer two different scorings. Like, one would be like, because I know I'm heavily biased towards this game, I'll give a biased score. It's like, if you're a fan of the game, etc., then this is how we just feel about it, more positive, or like more negative because we had more expectation, etc. And then there'll be one for like, oh, I don't really know the game series, but I'll still put it on here because I think it's like, this is what it looks like from the outside perspective. So it's like me trying to mix match, because if we go off only emotions, like how we feel about a game, then it's gonna be hard looking at it without rose tinted like glasses, and vice versa. If we only look at objective, then it's like, okay, we just have to find a perfect game, which is not possible, and it's like we might as well just be robots at that point. It's like it's I'll be trying to kind of 50-50, 50% objective, 50% emotional and subjective, because it's like, it's trying to be fair to both sides. And I know I said I'm not trying to fence it, but I don't think that's necessarily fence sitting. I think it's setting a standard that is acceptable and understandable to that extent. Okay, so let's talk about scoring and how I'll be kind of like reviewing games. First off, I'll be giving the game mostly, almost 99% of the time, a game scale out of 5. The reason why is that I feel like a lot of scales out of 10 gives too much, I guess, room for people to rate things, and like, there's almost, not never, but almost barely a time reviews and games get under like a 5 or a 6 or a 7, because like everyone's either like too scared to say it, or it's like they just, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like people's like scale of games they rate is not good enough at that point. It's like, it doesn't work against my scale, and I'm saying, like, obviously my scale doesn't necessarily mean it's better, but like, in my opinion, that's just how I feel about it. So let's talk about the scoring. So for scoring, if I rate a game a 1 out of 5, that means, in my opinion, and like, 50-50 as we said, I think it's gonna be a complete waste of your time. I don't think there's any value, no heart, no soul to the game. It's probably made with generative AI with no effort. Like, it's just not a good game. If we move on, a 2 out of 5 I would say is arguably a bad game. Maybe it has a few things going for it, maybe not, but the reason why it would be a 2 out of 5 is either it's super expensive and it's not worth like your money. There's probably a heavy amount of like considerations in the game that have a lot more cons than pros to it, that don't really outweigh the benefits of the game itself, and it's not really a game you can really recommend to a friend or other people. It could be a game that you personally like, but it's bad, but that's just how it is. But it's a 2 out of 5 is not really a game that is recommended. Alright, moving on. If we say a 3 out of 5, this is going to be what most of the ratings are, to be fair, I'll be honest. And if you think about it, if you times it by 2, it's like 6 out of 5. Oh no, 6 out of 10, sorry. 6 out of 10. It's like, a 3 out of 5 is basically a game that's kind of hard to recommend to other people, but it's not that bad. And it has a few things going for it. It's going towards a decent direction, and it could be good, but it's not a great game. It could be decent, but it's not going to be a great game. So it's, it's kind of emphasizing on the good, but it's not going to be great. It could have a few things going for it. Maybe you could recommend it to a friend if you know that's like their type of niche, or like they like this type of thing. It's just, it's not gonna, you can't say that it's like, oh, it's a shit game, you can't have it. But you're not gonna say like, oh yeah, it's a great game, I highly recommend it. It's not gonna be in that tier. And now we're moving on to a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5, in my opinion, would be a good game up to a great game. So it's like, it's something that you can recommend to a friend and play, or like other people, and it's okay to recommend it because it has so many positives going for it, more pros over the cons, making it potentially like a really great game. But it's missing just a bit enough to be a perfect or a masterpiece, or like a game that you can recommend to everyone regardless of like situation. Like, it's just how it is. It's missing just a few things, but it's a very, very good thing. And this is scale, again, if you like times it by 2, it'd be like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 type of thing. It has potential to be like a really great game. It's a good game. So that's the scale for a 4 out of 5. And last but not least, this will mostly be for like, it's hard to find these type of games. It's gonna be hard for games that I'm not a huge fan of to get this rating, but a 5 out of 5 is an exquisite, amazing game. And we're talking about, if this was on a 10-point scale, a 9.5 out of 10 or higher. Something that you should highly recommend to a friend. Not just recommend, you should highly recommend and tell them, you gotta play this game. It's so freaking good. It's like, it's not gonna be a waste of your time. It's amazing. Like, there's just so many positives to it, and the cons are almost non-existent. Like, there's an insane amount of benefits and pros to playing this game compared to any of the small like little niches that you don't like about it, or like some things that might bother you. It's not even like close to enough to affect the game. And I'll be honest, this rating is gonna be hard to give it out in a general sense, because it's like basically a perfect game. Nothing could be perfect, but this is as close as it could be. That would be a 5 out of 5 rating for me. And that is pretty much what the scoring is going to be on overall. In my videos, I will definitely be talking about, a little bit about the game, a little bit minor spoilers, but I'll be talking about the game first. I'll give the ratings outright, so for the viewers or subscribers, that just want to know immediately, it'll be in the first like at least minute of the video, of the score. But the rest of the video, it's like I swapped it around from my War of Division videos where I put the scoring at the very end. I'm gonna swap it around this time, so like people who just want the information outright at the beginning, they can do that. But I'll be explaining the pros and cons and then how I feel about it at the end and why I gave the score it is. That's just how I think is gonna be like a better way for viewers. Maybe it's not gonna be good for video retention, but that's just how it is. People who want to understand why, or like know why I said something, they can keep watching. People who just want like the blunt score at the beginning and they don't really want to think about it too much and they just want to see the results, they can do that too. As for the games that I'm going to be reviewing or releasing videos over time slowly, I don't really have a set date for them because, again, I'm also busy, and also, as I said before, I have to invest 20 hours minimum per game per review. And if I enjoy a game, I'll be honest, I'm probably trying to like 100% it or something, or like playing for quite a while, trying to make sure I'm not missing anything, trying to enjoy my time. It'll probably definitely be more than 20 hours in like game time. But yeah, for games that I'm currently like planning to review or release soon, or like is on my list right now, I have Pokemon ZA, the Switch 2 specifically edition, Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evilized Chronicles. I believe there's also like the new Digimon game that came out. Expedition 33 I installed recently. I just haven't gotten to it yet because I want to like sit down and really play all of it through in one whole sitting. There's also like games like Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, Rune Factory, Blue Protocol. There's a lot of games that are not even out, and sometimes even when I like, it'll be a bit though. I'll probably post on YouTube or like Twitter or something, whatever. I'll probably ask for suggestions and game recommendations if like people really want me to play something and I have an interest in it. That is kind of a very big key point, by the way. I do need to have like an interest in it. If anyone recommends me a Dynasty Warrior game or like a horror game, there is probably no chance I'll play those, and I have nothing against them. It's just those are not my type of games, and the horror games will probably haunt me because yeah, let's not go through that. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to make the video go way too long. It's mostly my update video, and I guess like a return. And I will be very busy due to work because I'm gonna be upskilling for like IRL stuff during December through April. I'm gonna try to make at least maybe 3 to 4 videos before December. Well, that's a hard time. Just due to the time limit. Before at least January, so I can at least release a few videos over time so people can kind of look forward to it or watch it even after or before the holidays. So I'll be trying that. Also, since it's gonna be kind of a new video format, I'll also be looking into like any like feedback or comments from people depending on what it is, and trying to make adjustments so like it's a better view experience. Like maybe my thought process of putting the score at the beginning is actually bad instead of not. I don't know. Video editing is gonna take a long time too. Eventually, if just saying if, I'm not necessarily planning for it. If like maybe like it does catch more attention, maybe have someone like animate stuff more instead of just having like gameplay shown. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, anyways, just want to say thank you again to everyone, and I mean I hope to put out content out there that people might like enjoy or at least create discussion of, so like people can talk more about games, because I really do love games. I feel like there's been a lot of slop in the market lately that is like, or like even AI created, like very little effort, but I feel like there are games that either deserve more or are not deserving as much. I don't know. I just like talking about games. Hope you guys enjoy it too, and yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next video, peace out.